following actual play may be considered disturbing by some audiences. This video may contain explicit language, violence, and depictions of trauma. This may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
As the Agents of SHAILD prepare for the coming battle, Captain Arlagath, the half-orc sheriff of East Haven, arrives to help coordinate. Once briefed on the situation, she introduces herself and offers her assistance and that of her militia. Asking the agents what great evil is approaching, and learning of the Chardalyn Dragon, Captain Arlagath says that she thought one dragon was bad enough. After a brief bout of questions, the party learns that the ancient white dragon that lives in the Dale used to be a much bigger problem than she is now due to her weakened eyesight. Readying himself for battle, Call walks towards the edge of town, kneels, and meditates. After a few calming breaths, Call then approaches his friends, pricks his finger, and runs it down his forehead and nose, then does the same to Farron, Elena, and Laurel. Laurel approaches Elena and pledges themselves into her service. Accepting the offer, Elena bestows the last gift her father gave her, his signet ring, and dubs Laurel as her second, now and forever. Through these pre-battle bonding rituals, the friends become closer to family. Getting the last of their plans coordinated, the group gets into their positions on rooftops, behind buildings, and place the powder barrels into the stables. Elena grabs the cube of disco and presses the button, hoping for the best. Luckily, Elena and Laurel become invisible. Once in place, the last minutes pass in silence. Clouds begin to roll in, and a gentle snow starts to fall. With bated breath, the Agents of SHAILD are ready. A mechanical roar breaks the silence as the dreaded Chardalyn Dragon begins its approach. The heavy flaps of its wings echo across the tundra. As it reaches the edge of town, the Chardalyn Dragon looses its terrible breath weapon and destroys several buildings. Sprinting into action, Farron launches Call high into the air, enabling him to grab onto the dragon. In what becomes a pattern, Chardalyn Dragon dive bombs in order to remove those that have grabbed on. Twice more this happens as the party tries to force the Chardalyn Dragon to stay on the ground. With the Chardalyn Dragon fully engaging in battle, numerous Duergar break their invisibility and start attacking the militia. Within a short period, the Duergar already begin to outnumber the militia folk. Elena activates the cube of disco one final time, and slowly shrinks by 9 inches. The Chardalyn Dragon begins to glow from within, and emits an energy around itself. In an attempt to distract and command the Chardalyn Dragon, Laurel physically transforms into Zardarok Sunblight. This gains the ire of the dragon, and it blasts Laurel with its radiant breath. Throwing Farron to the ground and off its back once more, Chardalyn Dragon tries to move itself towards the center of the battlefield with Call riding its back. Belen's Bigby's hand prevents it from moving too far, but the resulting eruption of radiant energy still devastates the area. Call is blasted from the air and skids across the ground, lifeless. Standing on the ocean, Call hears a deep, feminine voice. "It's not your time. They still need you." From behind a nearby building, Farron's magical giant wolf mount Fenris leaps into action. He places himself between Call and the Chardalyn Dragon, and breaks the potion of healing, pour it into Call's mouth, saving his life. Zeek. It feels...
That's me!
It feels like it has been days since you arrived in the Astral Sea. Having spent the first day reminiscing with Pharaoh on your adventures here, you settled down to the task at hand, the Nominati. Pharaoh listens intently as you review all the information you've recently learned. Kappa was Disco. Kappa is the Nominati. Disco looks just like him, but isn't. Kappa might be influencing the Duragar in Icewind Dale. After a time, Pharaoh clears her throat. No, Achi, we came here to learn how to help our friends.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, focus. All right. I don't know how to do this.
Maybe meditate?
Okay, crisscross applesauce. Okay, and then like the finger thing, and then, okay.
You begin to meditate. You focus hard and try to see through the veil into the prime material plane. Attempt after attempt, you are met with failure. But you know that this can be done.
Okay. Woo, okay. Okay, one more time. We got this. Okay.
As opposed to trying to just look through the veil, you focus your mind on the sea around you. Knowing that your own will has sway on your surroundings, you manifest a lens from the astral plane itself. For the briefest time, you glimpse a familiar face. Eshek Atuar, your Chultan mentor, teaching Yilkwa forms to his students. The lens shatters, but it worked.
Oh my god, did you see that? That was so cool.
I didn't know he was still alive. You told me about him so long ago.
Well, I mean, I was been like, I don't know, lots of years. I mean, do you think that was in real time? Do you think that that was actually him right now? Like,
I think so.
oh my gosh.
That's how scrying works, right?
Well, yeah, but like this is new. I mean, we don't know. This could be like a time thing. We could be looking back in time or forward in time.
That's true.
No, I mean, I was using the same energies that you would for scrying. I think it's probably fine.
Do you want to continue practicing?
Can you keep practicing for the day?
Yeah, he would try again.
Who would you like to try and target to practice?
Probably like someone from the group, like Farron or Laurel, just like someone he was just recently connected with, where he thinks he'd have like the biggest connection, and that would probably be the good place to start.
Okay, roll the d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
Alrighty. Using my new dice. That was a 7.
7 total.
Yeah. We're getting the bad
Thankfully-
ones out. We're getting the bad ones out.
Thankfully, I believe that's... Oh god, I gotta pull up the actual feat again, sorry. Oh no, that would be a failure. Okay, so yeah, that is unfortunately a failure. And as you try to form the lens, it cracks and doesn't connect. And you start to feel tired, and you're not sure how long it's been since you've been here.
Do I feel hunger and thirst in the astral plane?
Yes.
Okay.
But you do, I believe, have at least some water and rations on you.
Okay. He'd probably just like nibble on something and kind of like, focus on how he could make things better. He is thoroughly convinced that the Nominati is somehow involved in this failure, because that's how Zeek rolls. And then he would probably try to get some rest and try again when he feels capable.
You rest, and you wake what you feel after a time, but it's really hard to tell time in the astral sea. Who would you like to target at this time? You can target the same person, I believe. No, 24 hours. So if this is within 24 hours, you cannot target the same person.
Yeah, so let's say he was trying for Farron last time, and he'll try for Laurel this time.
Okay.
And see if that is...
D20 and add your wisdom mod.
All right. It's not failing me this time. That is a natural 19 on the die,
Okay.
making that a 23.
23. Okay. And you're scrying on Laurel this time?
Yes.
The lens forms, and you see your friends fighting a bunch of Duragar and an undead ogre inside some dark fortress in the mountains of the Dale. It's not a place that you're familiar with, but you see that it's a rough battle, but they come out victorious, and the vision ends. And it succeeded.
He would like, yay! Like cheer them on. Yeah, and probably like collect himself and plan to try something a little harder next time.
Okay.
Maybe someone he hasn't seen in a while. Probably one of the Saxters. See if like the less connected he is to them, like if he can keep up the scry.
Okay. So you break for a while, you rest, and you try to focus more. And Pharaoh looks and says, Noachi, you're doing well. Just keep practicing, and I believe you'll be able to help them.
I know. I mean, this is crazy. I can't even believe we're trying this. All right, next one.
Okay, which one of the Saxters would you...
Let's go with Max.
Okay.
Because he has probably the strongest relationship with him, but it's probably still, less distant than his core group.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, the DC for Max is a DC 5, because he's very low CR. He's CR 1. He's a little boy, special boy. You see Maxwell, Maxine, Saxter, and Midge rushing around Bryn Shander with a lot of people, faces you've seen from other towns seeking refuge. They're being ushered into many of the abandoned buildings and stores just to give them shelter. These are people that you've seen from East Haven, Caer Dineval, Caer Konig, many different towns. And the vision fades.
Oh, wow. Well, I wonder what the celebration is.
Did they look like frightened or like in a rush or just
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, man.
There were children. Children were crying.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, children always cry, though, right?
You rest again, feeling more confident.
Yeah, he definitely would. Maybe we would try Marge next. I'm sorry, Midge next. Like, he would kind of expect her to have some sort of like magical veil around her, but still have that little bit of a connection, and so maybe he could bypass that.
Okay. The DC for Midge is 15.
Ooh, I just made it with a 16.
You see Midge directing people and sending them and ensuring she's yelling to others for them to bring food to people and just coordinating in a way that you haven't seen her need to do.
Yeah, at this point, he's probably getting a little antsy. He's gonna try disco next. He thinks that that's probably gonna be trickier.
Okay.
Just because, you know, Driscoll is Driscoll.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's only an 11.
The lens starts to form and shatters.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna be a tricky one. We're gonna have to try that again. But like a little bit of headache. So we'll rest a little bit and then we'll jump back in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Throwing dice.
Going for disco again?
Yes. And that was worse. That was an 8.
It's just not connecting. The lens didn't even form this time.
Okay, maybe we'll try one of our friends again, and maybe that will help.
And he'll try Elena this time.
Okay.
$18.
You see your friends inside kind of a darker room that has pulsing, glowing crystals and weird gadgets. And there are these 3 small squid-like creatures that are roughly your size but have tentacles that are longer than their body that they're using to run around on. And then descending from the stairs, you see, same size as a gnome, essentially a mind flare. It is a gnome ceramorph. And it has like a popped collar, like black and red robes, and it's wielding what looks like a crossbow that doesn't have arms or any type of string. After a time, you see him demonstrate how it works on a box, and it blasts out a ray of light that blows off the corner of the box. And the vision fades.
That was so cool! Man, they're getting all the cool stuff. Okay. We'll try disco again. We got it this time.
Dirty 20?
That's just enough. I actually have it here. You see that the deep gnome is working with his many simulacra, creating magical items. And it just looks like they're working and quietly talking. And after a few seconds, Disco Prime stops and he turns around. And he looks right at essentially what you feel to be your eyes. And he's like, "No spying now." And as he waggles a finger in your direction, the spell ends.
What a cheeky bastard. All right, well, we know it works. So, I don't know. Who do we do next?
I mean, there's the speakers that we met. There's the
true.
bartenders. There were a bunch of bartenders. Or we could try our friends again, see if they're doing anything different now.
Yeah, maybe they're
about-
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I mean, what if they're in a place that's like magically bound or something? I don't know. They go everywhere.
They do.
Okay, let's try call. We'll just. I feel like he walks into things.
$18.
You watch as Call walks up behind this enlarged Duergar with a Chardalyn crown as it's trying to smear blood on this giant metal creature. He grabs him and shoves his blade through its back and falls limp to the ground.
I don't even know why I'm ever worried about them. They're just like slashing and hitting and. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm trying to remember. There was one of the tavern owners that. Ooh, Bardabin. Let's try Bardabin. He was good.
Go for it.
He was good. I liked him. 15?
You see the large Goliath owner of the White Lady Inn crossing the tundra, leading a large group of commoners from East Haven, leading them west toward Bryn Shander. You see a large number of commoners, people, and looking among them, you catch a glimpse, a flash of blue eyes. Sefik is among the commoners. And the vision ends.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well, okay. Well, Farron again. It didn't work the first time, and then maybe we caught Sefik. Maybe we can do him. Like we'll just check where the friends are, and then we'll try Sefik.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna try Farron because I didn't get him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
13.
You see Farron on top of a stable, staring out at the distance where you see a low glow of a burning city, and he seems to be gauging the distance with Call's sword?
We're gonna have to talk to him when we get back. He does the weirdest shit when nobody's watching. He's not gonna like that I was spying on him, but we'll have to talk about
And then we're gonna try Sefik.
Okay.
We're gonna see if we can catch him. Seven.
The lens doesn't even form.
Okay, he's gonna try Bardabin again.
Okay.
See if Sefik's still with him, because he doesn't understand the passage of time. Oh no, it's a 7.
Doesn't connect.
He's gonna take some time. He's gonna, nibble on something, like regain some of his senses. He's probably super shocked. Yeah, and he's gonna try one of his puppy dogs this time.
Okay.
He knows.
Yeah, you just need to let me know if it's one that's with your friends or one that's with Midge and them.
He'll start with the dogs that are with Midge.
Okay.
And then he'll probably try a dog that's with the group.
Okay.
Just kind of get a gauge of what's going on.
The dogs are a DC 5.
Okay, I got a 6.
Okay. You see the dogs in the familiar stable in Bryn Shander, and they are cuddled up. It looks like there are more people in there than usual, and some of them do look quite scared. But the dogs themselves seem to be adding comfort.
My good boys. Okay. Well, we'll check the other ones.
Also a 6.
They are in an unfamiliar stable with a number of goats that have been left, and one cow. It seems that it's a warm area, but it's dark and there's no familiar faces around.
And none of my group friends are with him.
Not a single human to be seen. Humanoid.
Okay. Then he'll try. He'll try Laurel again.
Okay.
23.
So you know what Laurel looks like. The being that you see looks like the same Duergar you watched call kill, and it is shouting up at a dragon, the same one you watched the king try to raise, flying from the air, and then it blasts. You know it's Laurel because that's just how it works. It can only target who you want it to. Blast them and almost completely destroys them. A glowing... Where is it here? A glow appears around the Chardalyn Dragon and explodes a radiant energy in a huge area around itself. You watch his call is thrown back to the ground and isn't moving or breathing.
Yeah, he's definitely super scared at this point.
Do
And
we
he's
need...
not.
Pharaoh's gonna be like, do we need to go back?
I mean, do you think I've mastered this? Do you think I could use this? I mean, I haven't actually got Sephic yet, but they look like they're in danger.
I think you've practiced it enough. You just have to try again.
Okay, we'll try one more time. We'll get where they are, and then we'll go right for them, because then we'll know where we are, and you will just transfer right out of the astral plane.
It looked like they were in East Haven fighting that thing.
Oh, I mean, everything looked really destroyed, but yeah.
Should we go now, or do you want to try one more time?
How confident are you that we could get really close?
I can get you right there.
Yeah, well, we should probably just go right now.
Okay. Pharaoh jumps off of your shoulder and starts to fly in a circle as her body elongates, and the familiar purple shimmer appears before you. Zeek, please privately message me your initiative rolls. Also, roll me 2d10s, but tell me them first and then the second one, also privately.
Okay, can do.
And then let's see. We're gonna switch to this one here, and then we're gonna go to here. Soundscapes. Back on the prime material plane. In East Haven. Call, you just came back to life from unconsciousness. Fenris is standing over you, growling, his hackles up, staring down this massive dragon. Elena, it's your turn.
It's probably the safest distance I can do with that.
Get out of here.
She is gonna go full tilt in there to go and check on Cal.
You can make a medicine check, but he is breathing.
Ray of Frost, 60 feet. That's not within range of the Chardalyn Dragon, is it?
I'm sorry. What was that? What was the range on that?
Sorry, 60 feet?
He is. You would have to move maybe 20 feet forward to get him in range. because of how high up he is.
But if I move up 20 feet?
Then you can absolutely get him.
Alright. Yeah. Going into the fray. Actually,
Can she move like 20 feet, but not like right in front of me? Like, yeah. There we go.
cool.
There, now we're not in a line.
Nat 20 for 27.
Ooh, that hits. So max damage plus the dice roll. And this is Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost, so it's a cantrip.
You
However-
you did still roll a nat 20, so that's pretty great. But you were told that this thing was, sorry Zelda, resistant to cold damage.
Yeah.
So it won't take as much, but it will still take a bit.
Sure. Base damage because it's 2d8.
Sorry, you were told it was immune to cold.
Immune to cold. Cool.
So you can change that action if you want, because Grand Alpha did tell you all that.
Cool. I am gonna just change that to a first level chromatic orb. If that's alright.
Can do.
Got a tad more range, but eh. Yeah, I just need to.
You can still that's still a ranged spell attack, right?
It is, yes.
You can use the nat 20 for it.
Thank you. So the max damage of that is 4 plus. Um, 10 on top of that, so 34. damage.
34 points of what?
34. I'm gonna use acid damage for this one.
So your orb shoots out and it starts to glow a sickly green. It hits across it, and you see that where it hits, some of the Chardalyn is starting to wear. Anything else, Elena?
End my turn with a. Well, now we're getting a weak spot.
Baron, it's your turn. You are beneath it.
How high up is it again?
60 feet.
Ooh. Well, I'm worthless. I will. Are there any support beams of the building still standing? Is there any way I can get any sort of height?
Some of the frame towards the ends of the house, where like the front faces towards the left on and right on this map, are still standing. You can try and run up them if you want.
Yeah, I'll climb whatever the highest point I see is.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
That is an 18.
So you run up to the peak, you like kind of parkour up some of these beams and swing yourself to the peak, which is about 20 feet in the air. And with that, it is a running leap. You make it about 40 feet in the air. So you're still 20 feet away from it.
If I do that, can I Huck Johnson at it?
Absolutely.
Let's try it. Oh, come on, Johnson. Come on, Johnson. It's not a natural 20, but that is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Remember, folks, when hitting with Johnson, always give yourself a pep talk.
Whew, I rolled max damage too. That's 17 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to have Yami pump in his extra little burst of fire for 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then I have my bonus action. Can I tell Yami to fetch the sword for me?
Yeah.
That's what I'll do with Yami. And then what about Fenris? Are you controlling Fenris?
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, I was
Like-
just curious. if
Like
I
you
need
can
to do
still
anything.
like try and give him commands if you want.
The only thing I could would it be an action or bonus action to tell him to do something?
Bonus action.
Okay, I already told you. I'm good then.
Okay. Call, your turn. You are conscious, but prone on the ground.
Well, first I'm gonna stand up. So
Drink a potion.
yeah, and then I guess I'm gonna
Double
pull.
fist it.
I'm gonna pull the superior. I don't even know how many of these out of the haversack.
Mm-hmm. It should say in the potion what it is. I think a superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, 8d4 plus 8. 32 points of healing.
32 points. Outstanding.
And then for my bonus action,
It's a bonus action to take a potion.
oh,
So-
it's a bonus action to take the potion?
It's an action to give somebody a potion.
Okay. I guess you said it's like 60 feet up in the air. Okay. I guess Call still has half his movement, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll go, what, 20? Try to get like right up next to it or something.
Sure.
And he's gonna try to do another first. He's gonna throw his new toy.
Nice. It is at disadvantage because that is at the long range.
Okay.
But still, it's worth a shot. You could reckless it, which would bring it to regular.
You know what? We're at that point. We'll reckless it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a reckless attack against the dragon.
Okay. So straight roll.
That's a 23 to hit.
That hits. Alright, I'm gonna make it strength save. It's going to use its first legendary resistance to pass the save.
Okay. This is a D8, right?
One down. One down.
You sure there wasn't one last session? I thought there was one. Okay.
He's gonna take 3 bludgeoning, 3 force, plus 5, so 11.
Nice.
And I'm assuming it
You
does
can-
come back to his
It
hand.
immediately comes back, so you can throw it again.
Yeah, and he's gonna reckless.
Yep. It's for the rest of until your next
Yeah.
turn, so you have advantage on all attacks until the beginning of your next turn.
Well, this one, since I'm throwing it, it's still at the regular roll. Okay.
Mhm.
That's another 23 to hit.
That hits.
And he's taking, as I rolled the same, he's gonna take another 11 damage. 3 force, 3 bludgeoning, plus 5.
Outstanding, sir. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Kick its butt, Call.
Laurel, it is your turn.
All right. So
Actually, at the
Laurel-
end of Call's turn, it's going
Can
to
I
use
just say
its...
something real quick?
Sure.
I'm just gonna look at Fenris and tell his ass to run. Get the fuck out of there. Thank you. Appreciate your help, buddy. Thank you, friend. Run.
Okay. So at the end of Call's turn, he's going to use all three of his legendary actions, and he starts to glow from within again. Laurel.
Okay. What happened when he started glowing? I'm sorry.
His AC goes up by 2, and anyone within 5 feet of him takes radiant damage. And then he goes boom
And then he goes boom.
on his turn.
Okay. Okay. So, and they are still looking like the Duragar King Zardarok, and is going to try again. So, but there's spectral squirrels, healing squirrels. So squirrels heal for 6.
Okay.
And Laurel downs a potion, so that was another 5, so they regain 11 points of healing. And sorry, they're going to move. Oh boy, how's Farron looking over there?
Messed up.
Messed up.
Yeah, I'm
He's
real fucking hurt.
but he's in the air.
I
He just
jumped.
finished leaping and threw Johnson at the dragon and is just starting to come down.
Is there any way I can assist in his coming down easier?
You could use your
Catching?
action to help him, to give him the help action on his landing.
That's what I do.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I can do, because that's my bonus action. And yeah, that's all I can do.
The storm goes still. The wind slows. Snow appears to stop in mid-fall. Right next to Call, the air starts to shimmer. A bright purple line splits the air and turns and into a rippling water-like surface. A winged form appears within the portal and steps forward towards Call. Carrying Zeek is the long form of Pharathai. As Zeek alights on the ground, Pharaoh is once again her small self on Zeek's shoulder. The portal silently explodes outward, and everyone feels some of their strength return. Zeek, please roll 2d6.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to add them together or leave them
Yes,
separate?
together.
It's a 10 total.
All friendly creatures in town regain 20 hit points.
What?
Everyone also regains 1 first level spell
What?
and 1 second level spell. Zeke, it is your turn.
Oh boy, guys, this is a sight to see.
How does Call look right off the bat?
Bloodied,
Oh,
but doing okay now.
Okay.
I think he
There's
just
a-
regained 50-something hit points in 1 turn.
Okay.
yeah, I'm at 58.
All right. And let's see. He sees Farron like falling out of the sky because he doesn't know that Farron jumped.
And
And
a
he
short,
sees
dark dwarf figure trying to like go like this.
You also see a large spectral hand like trying to block the face of the dragon. It's a shit show.
Okay. All right. All right. He's the. You giving them 20 HP ruined my whole turn, low name. Okay. Can he gauge what the dragon is about to do? Like he sees it's like glowing.
Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. 16.
Looks like it's going to burst out some sort of energy.
Okay. He's going to turn into a chalice. So he turns into this like wispy, like cloudy form with like bright stars that make the shape of a cup. And then he's going to call lightning and like pull in clouds. And
There
he's just-
is current and active storm going.
beautiful. I love when that happens. And he's just gonna like with all of his might just like pull down a lightning bolt.
So that is a deck save, which it will make with advantage. I got a 14.
With advantage.
Uh-huh.
Well, that fails.
So he's going to use another legendary resistance to succeed.
Okay. But he does take half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Burn
because
those.
it's stormy, he gets an extra 1.
An extra die, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna let D&D Beyond do this because I'm not smart enough to count. Okay, so it's 31, which means they'll take 15 lightning damage.
A lightning bolt comes down, and it almost seems like its interior glowing light flickers for a second, but then starts to grow brighter.
Yeah, he's gonna stay still.
Okay. It is Velen's turn. She's like, what the hell is going on here? And she's gonna scoot up and she's going to cast Chill Touch on it. And that's a natural 1. So it just kind of, the little spectral hand goes, and she keeps up her interposing hand, blocking it from moving forward. That is Velen's turn. It is Captain Arlagath's turn. She is going to double move and with her frenzy attack, recklessly attack this Durgar. And she just wastes that guy. He would have got a 22 on the second one call. Alright. So that is top of the round, which is actually Fenris. Because he did roll higher than... And he is going to...
Good boy. Good boy.
book it. He's
the
going
fuck
to double dash
Good boy.
80 feet over this way.
Away.
And that is Fenris's turn. It is the dragon's turn. It pulls its wings tight and drops to the ground. Farron, you are not beneath it anymore. And then it shoves forward into your space, pretty much right here. The hand does slide down to stop it from moving any further forward. But now on the ground, it is going to... The explosion from within, the light begins to pulse faster and faster and faster. And I need everyone... Yami, Laurel, Farron, Elena, Call, Zeek, and to all make Constitution saving throws, please.
I rolled a 19 on the die. So 21.
22.
I rolled I got a 9.
That's sub 10 for Farron and Yami.
Okay.
Yeah, 13.
Oh.
Velen against all odds succeeds. Okay, so Farron, Yami, Call, Zeek all fail. You take 30 points of radiant damage as the force just erupts outwards. Those who succeeded take 15. But that does end its turn. How is everybody looking after that?
Yami poofs and Farron's down.
Oh. So does Farron just like fall like limp into my arms or something?
We'll see. Elena, it's your turn.
What Laurel just did. Okay, we know how Farron is doing. How are you looking?
Call is at 28 hit points.
Zeke? Now that she finally sees that you've entered battle, how does Zeke looking?
So he looks like he's, since last time you saw him, aged like 40 years. He's got some crow's feet. And he has just like a scorch mark across his face. A little bit of like blood from his nose, but he's hopping. He's ready. He's here.
And she'll just flashes a little, just smile to herself. She's like, okay, we have more hands. Whew, okay. If Laurel hasn't noticed, she's gonna be like, Laurel, Zeke is back. See if we can do something about Farron. And she is going to take another another shot of acid at the dragon.
Okay.
Right in the face if she can manage it. And she's going to use that newly regained second level.
With it being on the ground, it is now surrounded by your compatriots. You do have advantage for flanking.
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck. For a second there. Okay, we're going to go with the 14 for 21 there.
That hits.
Awesome. That is a 23 total damage.
And that was acid damage again?
Acid damage again.
So you hit it once again in that starting to corrode plate, and it starts to pockmark, and where you saw black metal, you now see a pulsing, fiery light from behind the metal. Anything else?
Can I do a quick roll to figure out what that is?
You can make an Arcana check.
It's 21.
It looks like a heart. And you do
We have the
remember,
heart.
and you do
We have the
remember
heart.
the giant, ancient red dragon heart.
Ancient red dragon heart. We found the heart.
Anything else, Elena?
And my turn going, we found the heart! Get it!
Baron, please make a death save. He succeeded on his first one, everyone.
Okay.
I'm just supposed to DM you, right? Or
Yes.
is this one public, right?
Yeah,
No, okay.
no, they're private. Private death saves.
I hate that was my idea, but I love it too.
It's
Okay.
good. It builds tension.
Laurel, Farron falls from the sky. Go ahead and make an athletics check to catch him.
An athletics check.
Mhm.
As I am Zardarok, could I use his strength?
Nope.
Well,
It was worth trying. Right? It was worth
Sure
trying.
was, yeah.
Make an athletics, eh? That's a natural 20 for an 18.
You just, as he's calling you, you're just like, okay, and you just kind of, like a sandbag. He just kind of hits you, but because his body is completely limp, you're able to cradle him in such a way that you perfectly catch him and stop him from taking additional death saves by hitting the ground.
Okay.
So you are cradling Farron's unconscious body at the moment.
Okay.
Call. Actually, at the end of Farron's turn, it's going to use a legendary action to leap into the air 60 feet. So Call and Zeek get attacks of opportunity, melee attacks. Or if you're a warcaster, Elena, you're too far. Oh yeah, the heart.
Okay, quick question. Since we're kind of surrounding it, would it be at advantage or no?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And you do know that the heart is exposed with Elena's call out.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely swinging for that.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits.
And
I will say this. The heart makes strength saves with disadvantage.
okay. He's taking
It's a dirty 20.
so he's taking 7 bludgeoning, 7 force plus 5,
So you throw your hammer with such force,
19.
it just rips open the corroded plate of Chardalyn that Elena had pointed out and punches in to this beating heart and comes back out, and you see that it has almost like magma dripping off of it. It's still going.
Okay. Is it still its turn or is it still...
No, that was just it's legendary action. So Zeke, if you have a melee, you can make your melee attack. Okay.
No, he doesn't have anything in his hands, so.
Okay. Laurel.
I
Or
catch
is it-
Farron.
Or is it Call's turn? Call, did you take your turn? It's Call's turn. Okay.
Okay.
So it is
Yes.
60 feet up in the air again.
Okay, well, I guess first I'm do my bonus action to go back into a rage. And then I guess Call seeing Farron fall, he's gonna run over and just shove a potion in his mouth.
Okay. It
From the haversack.
is a full action to
Yeah. Let's see, where's the haversack? I'm just gonna grab a grater. That's 4d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 points of healing.
So with one death save success and one failure, Farron comes back to consciousness in Laurel's arms.
Yeah, and then
Thank you.
Call's gonna be right there. Just trying to return the favor, buddy.
Paul, you did lose jump when Farron went unconscious.
Mm-hmm. That's
Where's
me.
the flappy bitch?
Anything else, Farron? Or a call?
No, that's it.
Laurel.
Okay. How does Farron look now?
Not good, but
Up?
up.
Up.
His eyes
Okay.
are open.
Wonderful. I sort of like whoop him to his feet. And as I do so, I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level upon him.
Okay, I will say that you putting him on his feet is part of the action of casting Cure Wounds, so that won't use any other part of your turn.
Okay. Ooh, and he gets 19 points of healing. I rolled a 7 and an 8. That was good. Oh, and I need to roll a concentration check for myself. That's an 11.
You succeed.
I succeed. Okay.
Yeah, it's a DC 10.
So then I cast Healing Spirit upon myself again as my bonus action. That is 2 points of more healing for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now Laurel wants to stay nearby in order to help the heavy hitters if need be. So they stay where they are, and that's my turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action, and he flies his movement, some of his movement speed.
Oh yeah, go over to the stables.
He goes over to here, and then in air, turns back toward everyone.
Oh.
Zeek, it is your turn.
Okay.
Can Laurel yell at Zeke like, the stables? Fire the stables!
He's about 30 feet in the air over.
And so
The dragon is about
yelling at you.
the dragon is about 30 feet in the air over the stables.
Okay.
He's still.
He's
Oh, you
gonna-
lost Call Lightning, right?
Yeah, I lost Call Lightning. Oh man. Okay. I don't have fire damage. Well, that's not true. How far away? Wait, which stable are you pointing at?
The stable is the large square. This one.
Okay. Okay, how far away is it from me right now? It is 115 feet. I can't really even see it. Okay.
You can see it. The 3 buildings between you and it have been destroyed.
Oh. Okay. Okay, he's gonna move. Can he still see the open wound in the dragon's chest?
Yes, it is the brightest glowing part of it.
Can he, while it was close and kind of while the dragon was moving, could he gauge what it was made out of?
The heart?
Is it, yeah, is it also
Flesh.
Chardalyn? It's fleshy. Oh, okay. All right. Then I'm going to do the stupid thing. All right. He's going to drop his chalice, which is free, and he's going to reform as an archer.
Okay.
As his bonus action, he's going to toss a radiant ball at the heart.
Okay.
And then as his action, he's going to like follow up quickly with a guiding bolt and just try to like have both smash into the heart at the same time.
Okay.
A 24 for the first.
This is for the little starbolt thing.
The little star bolt. Yep.
That hits.
Okay, so that's 6 radiant damage. And then he's going to quick toss a 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Ooh, that's probably going to miss. Ooh, inspiration. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
We're gonna re-roll that. Oh, natural 19 on the die. That makes it a 26.
It hits.
Okay, and that's 66. And that's
So
20
as your
radiant damage.
bolt hits it, it almost seems like it fuels the dragon. Radiant damage does nothing to it. That was 20 points, you said? Okay. Anything else?
He's gonna say rut row, and then that's it.
Okay, it is Velen's turn. She is going to... Oh god, I didn't prep her spells properly. She's going to drop Bigby's hand and cast telekinesis on it to try and pull it from the sky. Okay, so she has to make a check versus its check. The dragon got a dirty 20 on its athletics check. Velen got a 22. This force pulls its wings to its sides and slams it to the ground right in front of the... On the ground right in front of the,
Stables.
stables. Thank you. Oops. So yeah, right there. And it is Captain Arlagast's turn. She is hacking some Duragar to pieces. It is the Chardalyn Dragon's turn. It's technically grappled by the telekinesis spell, so it has to try and break out. So Velen will roll. That's a 26. That's a 25. The dragon fails. Let's see if he got his breath back. He did. So he cannot fly, but he can slightly turn. And we're going to... He shoots out. The glowing light that Zeek just shot at seems to glow through all the platings in the mouth, and then the grating, which looks like almost like a knight's visor, and then this beam shoots out. I need Laurel, Farron, Call to all make dexterity saves. Call, you make it an advantage because you can see where it's coming from.
That's a natural 20.
I got a 15.
I got a 15.
Call and Laurel fail. There's 31 points of radiant damage to Call and Farron. Or sorry, Call and Laurel. Farron, you take 15.
You said 31.
31.
Call falls lifeless.
So does Laurel.
Elena, it's your turn.
Who am I closer to? Laurel or I was gonna say Lorena. Laurel or Call?
Call is closer to you. You could. So it's an no, it's an action to give somebody a potion. So yeah, you could... Call is closer, but you could get to either one of them.
Thinking that we need some form or other of fighter power. She's gonna hustle her ass over to Call and force feed him a potion.
Okay.
With your permission, Sean.
He's dead. He
Sleep.
can't give permission.
Yeah.
Still, there's some
You know
folks
he's
out there, by the
consenting
way.
to that. You know he's consenting to that.
Still, there are some things out there consenting of just like, can I do this to your character? Cool. Consent is sexy after all. Anyways.
Okay, so you're giving him a regular potion?
The potion that I have on my hip. That's the one
Yeah,
of the,
so
it's one
that's
of the greater ones, isn't it?
2d4. Yeah, greater's 44 plus 4.
Oh, nice. Rolling high. 17.
So, Call, you come back to consciousness with 17 hit points.
Poor Call. He's like down, up,
Up,
down,
down,
up,
up,
down,
down.
up.
He's meeting all the gods.
Yeah, that sea
Constantly
goddess is like,
today.
Get away from me.
As soon as he wakes up and
Call,
Elena's gonna be like,
this-
not yet.
Call,
Not yet.
this time, on the waves, you almost feel the warm embrace of the sea. And then once again, it is not your time. And you come back. Anything else, Elena? Still have your bonus action.
Which I can't do much because I think I've used up all the
Cube is
disco.
good, is used up.
Mm-hmm. So I don't believe I have anything else left.
Okay. Baron.
I'm gonna look back at Zeke and I'm gonna say, take care of our friends. And I'm going to, with my newly regained spell slot, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate it.
Okay.
And I have, with Zephyr Strike, I can get to the dragon. And I am gonna plunge Johnson directly into its heart.
Okay. You have advantage because he is restrained.
I get advantage from Zephyr Strike also. So I just have super double advantage. Not
Yeah.
Come on, Farron. Really wanted a natural 20, but that's a natural 19, so a 27.
That hits.
20 points of magical slashing and force damage.
Straight to the heart.
Straight to the heart.
Baron,
And
as you are running blindingly fast at this thing, you know there's not much chance. Someone has to run in. And you do, and you see that heart just calling to you, and you slide Johnson directly into the chest of this dragon. And
slide
it
in.
stops beating. As you pull it free, the dragon rears up, the energy going crazy within it. Baron, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
that is a natural 1.
The dragon explodes. Shrapnel everywhere. You take 22 points of piercing damage.
Baron falls limp.
The resulting explosion from the dragon, the stable then explodes. Farron, you fail 2 additional death saves from the explosion. So you can quietly tell me after what that first one was. Does anybody hear Belle from across the house?
Are we still in initiative?
After the explosion,
Shield?
it doesn't quite reach you all. The smoke starts to clear a little bit. The dragon is nowhere to be seen. And you all see the mangled form of Farron on the ground.
Are we in initiative? Sorry.
You hear the distant sound of militia folk fighting Duragar, but you all, for the most part, are not in immediate combat, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. So, Zeke's gonna just drop his archer and he's gonna run up to Laurel and cure wounds because she's still down.
Mm-hmm.
12 HP on Laurel, and then he's gonna book it towards Farron
Okay.
as soon
Yeah,
as
Cole's
he
running to
knows
Farron too.
that she's
Lane is
stable.
right behind both of them.
Even Velen starts to come over. The entire party walks over and sees Farron's burnt, bloodied corpse.
Elena can't look. She turns away. Actually, she just drops.
Yeah, Zeke immediately starts crying. Like, very much sobbing.
Velen says, I'm not gonna bring him back the way I normally could, but I could maybe protect the body for a time.
He's gone. He's gone.
Anybody want to do a medicine check?
Yes.
Yep. 20? Not 20. Hold on. For
Farron's gone.
20. I mean, she knows that, but she's in complete denial, and she's like, "He can't be gone. He can't be gone. He can't be gone.
I
He can't be."
Laurel uses their 3rd level cure wounds.
Nothing happens. Velen reaches over. I can at least stop him from becoming undead and keep the body safe for a 10-day.
Yeah, Cole walks over and picks him up and lifts him towards Velen.
She pulls out a small pinch of salt and 1 copper piece, places each piece on one of Farron's eyes. As she sprinkles the salt across them, it almost crystallizes them in place. And Elena, with your natural 20, you see that all decay stops. His body is protected from decay and cannot become undead. The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead. This was also cast within a minute of him dying. That means if anyone can do Revivify for 10 days, it's still available.
Do it tomorrow, so long as we get a diamond.
What's that, Laura?
I know how to potentially bring him back, but we need a diamond to do it.
There wasn't any of them. There wasn't any of them jewels, were there?
We sold all the jewels to Disco.
Oh yeah. Oh.
There must be one in East Haven. We'll find one.
And with that, we're going to take our break. So hydrate up, everyone. We will be back shortly. Take a breather. You know, whatever you need to do, we will be back shortly, everyone. We're back. Welcome back, everyone. We are post-fighting the Chardalyn Dragon. Elena, during that medicine check, while checking Farron's pulse, you see that part of his jacket, it's open and kind of torn. You see that there's a letter kind of poking out of the interior pocket.
He's just gonna take it out.
So on the outside of the letter, it says, "To my new family."
Oh.
If you're reading this, I've probably done the dumb thing and got me killed.
I only hope it was something that helped and protected you. And yes, I would do it again if it meant you would be okay. I love you guys. Farron Ackway.
Aww.
Tears fall into the letter.
I wrote this when we started
not
this
gone.
campaign, by the way.
He's not gone. He's not gone. He's not gone. I just need to rest. I just need to collect my thoughts. He's not gone.
With this medicine check too, do I have any ideas of where to? This sounds morbid. We're having a very serious moment, but where can we store him for the time being?
It is cold enough outside that anywhere in the cold would be fine.
But
Okay.
yeah.
As long as, it's not like getting chewed on by animals and such.
That's
two-
what I mean.
No, I think Cole would walk him over and place him on the sled. Kind of lay him down, cover him up.
Paul, as you're doing that, you all hear... I would call it a whimper, but it's too deep. And you see Fenris nosing at Farron's body.
Yeah, Cole kind of like pulls him, like if he gets close, kind of pulls him over to him, like gives him some scritches and just puts his arm over him.
He leans into it and he lets out a mournful howl. Which I would do, but the dogs here would start doing, and we don't need that going on incessantly.
Yeah, Cole kind of just keeps his arm on him and say, "It'll be all right, buddy. We'll fix this."
Can I ask a question of Matthew playing Farron? So Zeke and Farron spent some time together as they walked towards the Dale. Would they have talked about their next life? Like, does Farron, is he like a, do not resuscitate? Is he like what is his beliefs in like what he would want to do? Would they have talked about that, I guess, first?
So, knowing how Zeke talks like a chatterbox, it probably would have come up, right?
Yeah.
I would say in your talks with him, it would be more about, did it accomplish something? Like, if he accomplished something, then yeah, you bring him back. Like, you would know, being the one who was closest with Farron, like his tenet was friendship. Like that was his thing that he held on to more than anything. So like if it was gonna hurt you guys more that he was gone, then probably bring him back.
Okay, but now the question is, does Zeke believe in this? Which is like one of my favorite D&D conversations.
I know. I don't think Laurel believes in it, to be honest. But it's her friend, and now it's different because it's her friend.
Moral quandaries, baby.
So...
Also, question DM, are there Durgar like 15 feet away from us, like it shows on the map, or no?
Finally looking around, after realizing where you are and what all happened, the sound of battle is gone.
Okay.
And approaching from the east, you see a slightly battered, bloody, bleeding from a gash at the top of her forehead that goes down almost into an eye, Captain Imdra Arlagath. Heavy breathing. And she goes to congratulate you all on your victory and sees the state of situation. And she just, on one knee, kneels before you all. If there's anything I can do, you saved my town. You saved my people.
A diamond. We need a diamond.
Yeah, I need a
That
diamond.
means we need a means to resuscitate our... And she swallows back. We need that assistance for that.
I would like a group persuasion check, please. So all four of you.
300 gold diamond. Persuasion?
That's a 17.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 19.
Purity 20.
Zeke? Persuasion check?
Zeke's not participating.
Okay.
He's having an inner monologue quandary right now.
Captain Arlagath looks down. She's like, If this were any other situation, I'd say no. The only diamond I have is the last remnant I have of my family.
It
But
doesn't need to be yours. We just need a diamond.
The
from
only
the
one
town somewhere.
the only one I know of that might be worth. But he's your family, is he not?
Very much.
This diamond
were
is the
willing-
last thing of my family. She tears a necklace from her, cracks open a locket, and she pulls a diamond. She's like, let it bring your family back. My memory will live on.
Moral quandary. Moral quandary.
Elena is going to give her the biggest hug
She's like,
ever.
I am going to look through this town for another diamond. While there's still time in the day. What time is it?
make a nature check.
Cole walks up to her and says, "This will not be forgotten."
She's like, what you all did here today will never be forgotten.
That's a 7.
No clue what
I'm
time.
gonna look for another diamond, and if I find another one, I'm gonna give this back to you.
How long do you think Laurel would look?
Probably for the next 2 hours
Roll me
until the adrenaline started to wear off and exhaustion set in.
3 investigation checks and let me know them in order.
Okay, thank you. Oh, investigation. Oh, that's a nat 1 for the first one. They are frazzled AF. That's a 2 for the second one. Still really friggin' frazzled. And that's a 9. That they're just not...
Spending 3 hours going through a number of houses, it looks like almost every house was cleaned out by the people who left.
Okay. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Fine. Point of note, Zeek, when you had revived Laurel, they were not in the shape of a Duergar, and they were not necessarily in the elven form that you are most familiar with seeing Laurel as. From the glimpse you saw, very, very, very pale hair and a very, very pale skin, and felt bony under your hands when you touched. But now Laurel looks with the long brown hair and the elven ears like themselves.
The length of time you all spent traveling, the length of the battle, it is late in the evening. Would you all have brought Farron to the stables with the dogs to get outside, out of the outside or something like that?
Yeah.
Walking him back in silence, you do hear the occasional start of cheers from militia folk when they see you walking by, and then it gets getting passed around that one of your members had fallen during the battle, and they look on in solace and also mourn your friend. You get him inside, and all of you just feel exhausted.
Zeke seems uneasy.
Elena's just a heap on the floor. She's been like on and off in sobs throughout the entire trip, doing her best to hold it all together. She's kind of
Farron
losing
is
the battle.
also a heap on the floor.
No, he's a heap on the sled. That Call's sitting right next to the sled, and he's kind of got Fenris over there trying to like laid up by him. He's just waiting. See what's gonna happen.
Farron, I would like to give you, I mean, depending on how this turns out, I would like to give you DM inspiration for that moment. That was pretty great.
And he gets mine as well.
As the evening starts to come upon you and exhaustion almost begins to take you.
Hello, Elena. There was a large explosion to the southeast. Are you all right? You can reply to this message.
We are fine. We lost Farron. The dragon is no more. We will make our way back shortly. You know.
A few moments go by.
I'm so sorry to hear about Farron. If there's anything we can do, please let us know. We will be seeing you soon, I hope. Stay well.
Can I reply to that?
Mm-hmm.
Laurel believes they can revive Farron. We need a diamond to do so. If you can, we would appreciate that. We will see you soon.
A number of minutes go by without any response. She might not have any spell slots left. Zeek, after about a half hour, the book vibrates. And you, looking at it, there are so many messages that you missed that just weren't there while you were in the Astral Sea. Midge checking in on you, asking where you are, asking how you are, what are you doing in the Astral Sea, what is going on, are you safe? And then she replies, we will be ordering some diamonds. This can never happen again.
And the minute, by the way, Midge had said to her, if no one else can hear it, as soon as she said, I'm sorry, like just her face just crumples and just tears again. She's dehydrated. She's done. She's exhausted.
A few of the guards come in and they bring in water and some hot stew. They don't say anything. They just kind of leave it on a crate in the open, visibly where you all can see it. They nod to you and quietly walk out.
Yeah, Call goes over and gets one of the stews and like eats like a little bit out of it, and he throws the bowl over to Fenris.
Fenris licks it up. It is a bite to him.
Laurel has been focusing on making some really strong chamomile tea. They do have Heward's handy spice pouch, so they just keep on picking chamomile out of the spice pouch, and
You use all your charges for the day.
yes, to make a cup of tea for everyone. That's really, gonna hopefully relax and help people maybe sleep.
Call takes the tea and then holds his flask over it and then starts drinking it.
Between the tears and the exhaustion, but also the sense of relief that you stopped this from causing further destruction. Dreamless sleep comes to you all. The sleep of the exhausted.
And I do something before
Oh?
sleep. So Zeke's a night person, and he's fighting sleep, and he waits for everybody to like doze off, and he's like staring up at the sky, and he's not as into his stargazing, and he goes and he sits down next to Farron's body, and he's staring at the note from Midge that he didn't reply to, and he whispers, kind of talking to Farron, but also kind of talking to himself. Well, buddy, I don't know. Is this what you would have wanted? I mean, do you want to come back? You talked about purpose, and you talked about saving your friends. What? I would love to have you for longer, but was this not a warrior's death? And he just kind of like silently starts crying and he's just staring at Midge's like, we're gonna get more diamonds. And he's so just stuck with turmoil, because this is like, this doesn't feel right to Zeke. This doesn't feel like something that Farron would have wanted.
Can I make a really weird request?
Sure.
Zeke, make a history check.
Players make checks.
24.
I'm gonna DM you something. Give me just a second. I didn't expect you to roll high enough.
Player whispers. No way.
I get to hear too, dang it.
I can put it in a spot where you both can see.
Okay. So we'll wait till that goes through to see if Zeke realizes something tonight or in the morning.
We can say Zeke is sleeping on it.
Okay. The morning comes. All of you, a little crusty-eyed, possibly from crying in your sleep, or crying yourself to sleep. And you see that Fenris has not moved from Farron's side. Zeke has been piled on by dogs, who, after he fell asleep, cautiously walked over to him and laid down next to him quietly. You all do get your long rest. As morning comes, there is a knock on the door to the stables that you are in, and Captain Arlagath and Velen poke their heads in. Velen's, how are you holding up?
As good as can be. Elena's got like red eyes. She's yeah. And she also
Velen's
just
like,
woke up.
Velen's like, just to throw this out there, if the whole diamond thing doesn't work, I can still bring him back. And just be a little less useful.
Shut up. Stop it. That is disgusting. That's not even... Are you trying
We
to...
can't even explore that. No.
He might be smarter.
You shut your mouth. You are dead.
Oh, I don't get my long rest because I'm dead tired.
You do get your long rest.
You shut your whore mouth.
Forever.
So, Captain Arlagath steps up and she says, "Were you able to find anything?"
Caravan that we came in on is doing an order for shipments. This is not going to happen again. I don't know if it's going to be in time to bring him back.
Use mine. And she holds up the diamond from her broken locket. I won't force you to take it, but the offer's there.
We put it to a vote, everyone. And Elena is going to just take the
But
diamond.
we
in her
don't have
hands.
an arbor turtle to bring the votes.
In that case,
No, we should put it to a vote. No, that's a good idea.
no, we do need to put it to a vote.
Yeah.
And she actually is just going to take a moment, just like take a minute, think about it. I will be the last one to speak my piece. We'll go to the rest of you. And she'll wait for the first person to speak up. The next thing we talk about is, should we bring him back, yes or no, and a reason why.
Yeah. I believe his time ended too soon. I believe he had more to offer to the world. So I am voting on bringing Farron back. I have the spell prepared.
Cole gets up from laying by the sled and looks at Farron. And he tries to see through the char, see if there's any sign of his little mark that he might have put on him. And kind of just leans down, touches his forehead together, and just says to the group, he's like, yeah, we should bring him back. This was not his death.
Zeke is visibly restless as he's listening. And he has the book from Midge open in his lap. He's probably had it open since he woke up, and he's just staring at the last message from Midge. And he looks just like the most unsure you've ever seen him. I mean, he's pretty confident when he's talking about things. Like, he knows. It's very rare that you've seen him like not really know how he feels about something. And after like an uncomfortably long pause, he'll turn to the group and say,
Well, I don't know if this is what he would want, but I can't stop you guys. I just don't think I can participate. Part of me thinks what he did to save us. And he's probably at peace.
For sure. Well, for sure he did what he did to save us. But if the explosion hadn't happened, then he would have been okay. Like, it's almost...
It's that one town militia guard's fault.
It's that one town militia guard's fault. So we should exchange life for life, clearly.
We should murk him.
That's not what Laurel's saying.
Thank God.
If the explosions of the stables hadn't, that really is what did him in, and that...
Laurel,
If we just hadn't done that, we were so close to not doing that.
I mean, I worry you're overthinking it.
I feel he went to great lengths to help us. If we're not willing to do the same for him right now, what does that say for us?
I've had to say goodbye to a lot of people in my life. I've had to say goodbye to my father. And I wished every day that I would bring him back. Now I have the possibility to save a friend of mine back. A friend, travel companion.
I'm not telling you not to. I'm not saying this is a bad idea. I'm not even saying... I don't even know if I want to feel this way. I just...
It's okay.
Is it not his decision as much as ours? And if
Laurel,
this isn't what he would have wanted?
Laurel, make a wisdom check for me.
Yes. It is his decision. Stop it. Go away. Go away. Sorry, arguing with D&D Beyond. 22.
You know that magic that fully brings a soul back from beyond requires a willing soul. If Farron does not want to come back, the spell will fail.
It is ultimately his decision. If the soul is unwilling, the soul will not return. If he is happy where he is, then by all means he may stay where he is. But if there's the chance that he's not ready and he does wish to return, I think 300 gold is... I mean, I'm not even trying... It's not even about the price. It's
giving him the choice.
Yes. About choice, yes.
If that's the case, and that's how the spell works, then I am for bringing him back.
Will you...
There's no question about that.
Will you still not join, Zeek?
He thinks for a moment. And you can see this, like, insane quandary. Like, he's not making these decisions lightly. Let's just put it that way. I don't want people to think that, like, Zeek is saying, like, no, fuck Farron. No, this is, like, really... This is... Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He died all the time.
God, he died again.
Oh, man.
I think I have to be a little selfish here and stick to my gut. And sit this one out. I hope you all prove me wrong. I do. I hope 1,000 times over that he does want to come back and we see him again, but my gut tells me that he doesn't and he won't. And it won't even be that we wasted resources. It would be that we didn't trust in him and knew him and cared about him enough to say that we knew him and his decisions. I think that he went
I'm
in
all right
peace.
I'm all right to admit that I'm a little selfish in wanting to try. If that is, you know, no, it's selfish. I'll
It's
admit to
ultimately
that.
selfish.
But if his choice is made, I will absolutely 100% honor his choice. I am not, Velen Harple can go. I don't know. We've got so much to catch up with you, Zeke. Oh my goodness.
I have a lot to tell you guys too, but this is a lot now.
This happens first. So
Put it this way: if the spell goes and he comes back, then he is back. But if he doesn't come back and the spell fizzles, we'll take care of his last rites. Bury him as a hero.
Yep, absolutely.
Honor him as such. It is still ultimately his decision.
You hear that, Matt? We're all gonna watch you here in a second. So Laurel does accept the diamond.
And Zeke would
From
just like
Captain
scratch to Midge trying spell, and that's it. He's not, just to keep her up to date.
After giving the diamond to Laurel, Captain Arlagath escorts Velen out and closes the door behind, feeling that this is a private matter for you all.
Okay. So Laurel goes over to Farron's body and kneels down next to him, whispers a prayer in Sylvan to Sylvanas, and cups the diamond, places it over where Farron's heart is, and closes their eyes and begins to try to focus on healing, the ultimate healing energy.
So as you hold the diamond over him, the diamond starts to glow like a very vibrant and verdant green, like the green of sunlight through leaves in a canopy of a forest. Vines slowly start to spread from where the diamond was as Laurel's hands collapse and there is no diamond anymore. And they start to slowly encase Farron's body. Farron, you're back in the fields of your childhood home. But you're you. You're grown. Farron's corpse. God damn it. It's ruined the moment. And you're playing fetch with Yami. And it's just a good calming time. And then you hear a voice coming across the wind. You hear Laurel pleading to Sylvanas to bring you back if you're willing. And as you look back where you hear the voice coming from, You're back in Icewind Dale. 3 of your friends and Fenris are around your body while Laurel is trying to do this ritual.
I have set. I know Farron, obviously. I am him. But I'm not unanimous. So I have these wonderfully made Farron dice with the SHAILD symbol on it. We're going to let the dice decide. I love chaos. I don't know if it'll come through.
It won't, because they're dark.
What the frig is it? What the frig is it? Is that a 1?
It's a natural 20.
It's a fucking natural 20!
Oh, that's fucking outstanding. So
It's a natural 20. That's a yes? That's it. Farron's coming back.
the
to his body.
vines explode out in a green sparkling energy and then absorb into Farron's body. Many of the wounds start to stitch themselves back together, and he inhales deeply and exhales softly, and his eyes flutter open.
Farron, you're back.
Did the dead dragon trip me?
You were caught in an awful explosion.
I saw. I saw
Take it
the
easy,
dragon. It was exploding, and I turned to run. Sorry, Matt's laughing, not fair. I turned to run, and I fell.
You
I
were
tripped.
extremely brave. You dealt the killing blow.
What?
Rainer, you're muted.
What tripped me?
The dragon blew up, and then
Yeah, I
the
saw it, and
stable
I was-
blew up.
Everything was in slow motion when I stabbed the sword into the dragon, and Farron passes out.
Yeah. No doubt he's probably exhausted. Let me cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. Oh, that's only 9 hit points. Let's do it again. That's 16. So that is 25 total hit points.
So Farron is at 26.
So this is hard because Matt's never died and come back. I think Farron's gonna sleep.
Yeah.
At least
oh,
in
yeah.
my mind, I think Farron's just gonna sleep.
If he is just like low, slow breathing, just leaving him be. Yep. Tuck him in.
With the addition of the spells you cast, more of his wounds heal. His ragged breath calms and sounds more normal. And it seems like he has just fallen into an exhaustive sleep.
If he has any remaining burns, does he have any remaining burns? Okay. I will continue to pump Cure Wounds into him until
You'd have to get him back to full to heal all those burns.
they're gone. Okay, let me keep on casting it. That's 15 more. Keep going. Keep going. That's 11 more. Almost.
almost.
Okay. And last second level. That's 13. Okay.
With the exception of the caked blood and dirt on Farron, he looks pretty much back to himself.
Okay. I'm still gonna just let him sleep. And then Laurel might actually rest as well.
Twice throughout the
we could get everywhere and to somewhere more comfortable.
Twice
Yeah,
throughout
like
the
the
day,
inn or
a guard drops off stew and ale and water. And
Yeah, we
asks if-
relocate to the inn?
it's absolutely
Yeah.
me.
You
I
know,
don't
get
know why.
Farron in his own room and a bed and
Cleaned up, maybe.
yeah, some fresh water
Get him a
somewhere.
spa treatment.
give Call and Captain Arlagath some space, you know, to interact maybe.
I can't get back into the foundry. It's saying I'm still logged in, but I'm not. So cool. I was gonna pull up the East Haven map, but yeah, you're able to get him into the inn and everybody into their own rooms. You're able. I mean, if he's going to be bathed, he needs to be bathed by someone. Otherwise, he's just going to be dirty. Which, I mean, it's fair, and he's always kind of dirty.
I think Call would help. He would pick him up, knowing that, yeah, he'd pick him up, take him over to where he's, and he'd start assisting his friend with getting clean.
Several times
Elena, for the
throughout
record's opting out.
several times throughout the day, now that you're at the inn, you notice that there is a rotation of the militia folk, which Captain Arlagath takes part in, to keep an eye on everything for you all, so you don't have to worry.
For RP and E's, as soon as Farron wakes up and goes to sleep, Zeek is like at his side constantly and is like helping, and he's not talking. Like, you try to have chit chat with him and he's not really, he's not himself right now, just for ease.
Laurel isn't talking either. They are likely helping the militia, and just trying to keep moving right now. They're razzled. What am I trying to say?
They're frazzled.
Frazzled.
So you all are...
They're doing the thing where they keep busy so they don't think about it.
Exactly. They're trying not to think about anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
You all are in the White Lady Inn.
Yes.
Nice familiar place where, when he returns, Bardabin will take care of again.
Elena's gonna throw herself into sort of like administrative work and just like, hey, we need to get, or if there's a speaker that is there with her, she's going to impart and impose on them, just like, okay, we need to start rebuilding the different cities, or I think we should get all the other speakers together and make some form of council of some kind. We need to have a unified group. We need to have a unified front. We need to have a unified 10 towns. Let's make the 10 towns the 10 towns, the actual like whole itself.
So Captain
Everyone.
Arlagath is the in-charge person. The speaker was forced to leave. And she's like, I mean,
Okay, in that case,
do you have a way of contacting anyone? I don't, unfortunately.
I mean, I have a means, but I need to speak to one of my companions, but I'm giving them the space that they need before we do so. But I have a means of contacting through an indirect way of contact. At least maybe, hopefully, a few of them. But we need the speakers together. We need them. We need to unify. We can't be all separated. Well, then again, being separated is always safer. I don't know.
I
What do you
mean,
think?
many of the towns were evacuated to Bryn Shander, so, with the exception of Caer Dineval and whatever's going on, I've heard some strange things about what's going on with their speaker. I would assume they would all be in Bryn Shander, so that would be easily enough done to have some sort of council.
Wait. Lodame?
Yeah?
I mean, I out of character came to that realization. But can I do I need to do a roll to make a 2 and 2 together and everyone is in Bryn Shander?
What do you mean by everyone?
Everyone. Out of character, Sethik? The guy we're still looking for?
You don't know about that.
Okay. I thought I would ask. I will play dumb. Everyone will be there.
All the speakers and
All the
sheriffs and important folk that could be available.
Right.
Bryn Shander is generally when all the speakers meet. They meet there anyway, so there is the speakers' hall.
Then that's one thing off. It's just to speak to them. Would they even listen to us? Is the thing.
I mean, after this, I mean, they have to take you seriously at least.
Well, I mean, I'll have to take it to the. I will have to take this to the group as well. I'm in charge of our group, but I'm nothing without them. I'm nothing without any of them. And they need to make sure everything we do is good.
Captain Arlagath looks to you, kind of understanding. She's like, a team is always greater than the sum of its parts. Don't put yourself down. You did amazing in that battle. I wouldn't have chosen, if I could, to fight by greater warriors if I could have. You 5, if not all of 10 towns, are at least heroes of East Haven. Don't play down the work you did.
I feel I need to make an apology to someone. Unrelated. Thank you. I'm gonna head back in. Right, lady.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
'Cause I think I might have misheard, but you mentioned we're in the inn in East Haven,
Yes.
the White Lady.
Mhm.
And Bardabin is the barkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Are they here? No. Okay.
Everyone filed out of East Haven. Everyone except for militia. We made sure.
Okay.
No one
We did
stayed behind.
We did a big ol' evacuation order. It was kind of neat.
Just clarifying.
Early afternoon comes. You're all gathered back up. Theron, you start to feel a little more with it. You wake up, you're clean, you're not wearing your clothes, and you're in a clean bed.
Theron is going to just pull on some like common clothes, just some pants and a shirt. He's going to throw those on. He's going to grab a couple things in a bag. and
Zeek
he's
is
gonna-
sleeping on the floor.
Oh, okay.
So you step on Zeek.
Probably. Oh shit. And Farron's going to nudge Zeke awake.
Oh my god. Ugh. What was that for?
Okay, listen. I just got brought back. You can't kill me again.
Well, why would I kill you? That defeats the purpose.
Farron is very sheepishly going to pull out Zeke's now monocle that was on Yami when he went in the lava. Yami fell in some lava, and your goggles have been upgraded to a monocle? Please don't kill me, I just got back.
That's okay.
And he'll take the monocle back.
I just hope it still works. Have you tried it?
I've been afraid to even touch it.
He'll put the one side on, and he'll try to identify the sword on Farron's hip.
So the magic starts to whir up, and then it like shocks you a little bit, but like you don't take any damage, but it still works. Oh god. Yep, that's still your shatter spike.
Well, it works.
That's
But-
good.
We'll
just
we'll
has a
just keep
cat
that
butt
in
in her
the pouch.
face. Goddamn cat.
I'm really glad you got back when you did.
I feel like I didn't do a whole lot of helping. I feel like I made it worse.
Just seeing you gave us a lot of
Really?
oh yeah.
You
Like,
totally had it under control.
oh, my juices were increased by like 40% when you showed up.
That's oddly specific.
It's the number that came to. Listen, we need to talk. So remember,
You're right. We do need to talk.
Okay, these are definitely different things.
Oh,
If you guys are gonna break up, I can't take this tonight. I just.
I think the Nominati killed me. I'm normally really good at running. And when the dragon exploded, I tripped. I don't trip. I'm bad at a lot of things. I don't trip.
Is that why you came back? To find them and put a stop
Well,
to them?
That's on the docket, but like Sephic is still hurting Call and other people. There's still this
Oh.
ice bitch hurting the entire Dale. I can't leave you guys to handle that without me.
I forgot about all of those other things.
There's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to think about it while I was playing with Yami.
When were you playing with Yami?
When I was dead.
Oh. I didn't know that Yami was also dead. Wait, is Yami alive still?
Farron will hold his arm out and his left arm, and there's a faint glow to it. Yami's there. Yami and I are kind of one.
Oh. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to bring him back right now.
That's
I don't.
fair. That's fair. Well, since we're sharing, and sharing is caring, I just kind of need you to know something. I love you very much, but I voted no for bringing you back. because I didn't think you wanted to. But everybody else wanted you to, and so they did. And then you did. And I'm really thankful that you are, and I love you very much, and I want you to be here for forever and ever and ever. But like, I just I want to. Since sharing is caring.
Zeke, I'm never gonna blame somebody for standing up for what they believe in, ever. Unless it's the ice bitch, then I'm gonna kick her ass. But you stood up for what you believed in. Hopefully I have another immunity item next time.
Well, I feel like I learned a little bit of a lesson about choice.
DM, really quick. Do I know that I didn't have to go back? Does Farron know that I could have just stayed in the field with Yami, just kind of in my own post life?
Gladiator style.
Roll a wisdom check.
Actually, pretty good at those. That's a natural 20
You
on the not pretty die.
When you heard Laurel begging for you to be brought back, you felt that you had a choice.
I didn't have to come back, Zeke. I chose to.
Well, I see that now. You're here. So
Farron's gonna stand up at full height and like ruffle the hair on Zeke's head. Let's go have a dinner. Let's go have some food.
okay, yeah. I know where Suffolk is, so that would be really good. We should tell everybody.
Wait, what?
I kind of glimpsed him when I was learning how to scry with the astral plane, but then when I came back, you died, and it was really heartfelt. And then I kind of argued with Laurel and Elena, and I think Call hates me now. They're all really mad because I said no, but you know.
While Zeke is kind of word vomiting this out, Farron has walked over and is starting to like pull his armor on. He's getting his like battle leathers on. Well,
What battle leathers?
well,
Your armor was
whatever's
destroyed.
left. Is it completely destroyed?
You have like a pauldron left.
Oh, he'll put it on.
Oh,
He'll put on whatever's there.
It gives you no bonus to armor class.
He'll put his backpack on. Well, if we know where Suffolk is, we should move. He moves too fast.
Yeah, maybe we should reconvene.
I would
And
still
hope-
like to eat first, but yes, then we go.
Pharaoh and I will make you a nice breakfast.
I don't even know when I am, so that's great.
Okay.
Farron also wants to find Fenris.
Oh, he'd be in the room, sleeping with
Oh.
you. Like he would have woken up and, like he would have, much like Zeke, he's like half the room.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy. And I'm just gonna give him the best scritches imaginable.
And he leans into it, and he's doing that like kind of like happy tippy tap whine, and shoving his head into you, knocking you in the bureau and part in the bed kind of like off the floor a little bit. He's a big boy in a small room.
You did so good. You did so good.
Don't leave again, please.
I'll do my best.
And he gives you a big lick across the face.
In Farron fashion, I'm gonna lick him across the face.
And he kind of does that dog like, what the fuck did you just do thing. I'm
All
going
right, let's go.
downstairs.
Can you go get? Do you know where Call is?
I can find him.
Yeah, find Call.
Can you open the door? I don't have hands.
Fair point. Farron will open the door.
Fenris nudges through the door, goes downstairs, is let out by one of the guards and goes running. Easily finds Call. Fenris quietly approaches from the town side.
Yeah, Call's just sitting out by the shoreline. He's just staring out.
Fenris sits next to you quietly and kind of shoulders you a little bit so that like I'm here. Farron is awake.
Yeah, Call, he really doesn't say much. He kind of puts his arm kind of like around him. He's just he's been there sitting there contemplating kind of like how he had to kill Cephik, what he thought he killed Cephik, and then seeing Farron die, who he felt like was a really good friend of his, in battle. Even though he felt like it was a warrior's death, he's young and he's not liking all this loss that he's been experiencing. So he'll probably just sit there for a second and then he'll finally stand up and kind of pat on Fenris and then let's head back.
And he leads you back to the White Lady Inn, which is not too terribly far from the shore. And you all can re-meet up downstairs. It is evening. The storm has cleared, and it is like high wispy clouds with no moon.
Farron is going to order a bucket of chowder, not a bowl, a bucket.
Stew is brought, as unfortunately that is all that the militia folk are competent in making. But plenty of it is brought.
Yeah, Laurel comes back in from doing just a round with the militia, just making sure that things are calm within the city, and they smell a little like smoke. They've been smoking their pipe a lot.
When you walk in, Farron stands up and just hugs you.
Laurel hugs back. Yeah.
Thanks for giving me a way back.
Thank you for choosing to stick around with us.
I'm gonna try really hard not to die. Again.
I'm going to ensure that all of us stay on this side of the living death line.
When I have something to say to all of you when we get sat down.
Absolutely.
Elena's already at the table.
When Call walks in, Farron's gonna walk over to him and like gladiator forearm handshake him really aggressively. Well,
Yeah.
we did it, buddy.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, it hurt real bad.
It tends to do that.
All right, let's eat. Let's eat something.
All right.
And the second everyone's at the table, whether they're like spoon in mouth or they're drinking something, Farron's gonna slam the table and say, "Okay, listen. I shouldn't have died. When I went to run from the dragon, something tripped me. It was the Illuminati. They tripped me.
You saw something?
I felt it.
Insight check.
You felt it? What did it feel like? What did you feel?
I went to run and fell.
Did you feel something hit you to cause you to trip?
For the record, I rolled a 9.
There was an explosion, and then I think another explosion.
I know that.
What was that thing's name? Was oh, Cap something.
Kappa.
What was his name? Yeah.
Kappa.
Dixo.
Was it him?
It was one of him, yeah.
Wait,
The
you
Illuminati.
saw Kappa?
No.
But it was the Illuminati.
But it
Oh,
was definitely
yeah.
the Illuminati.
Nominati
Okay.
tripped me.
Yeah, see, I tried to tell you when we first met that anytime you did something bad, it wasn't because you're incapable, it's because the Illuminati wants to make you think you're bad.
Well, and that's... like I said, when we were talking, I'm good at running and stuff. I don't trip. I tripped. I don't trip. Farron's
Laurel
like visibly
exchanges
like
a look
pounding the table as he's talking about it.
Well, I'm
Laurel
glad we
exchanges a
took
long
you.
look with Elena, like,
Well, I'm glad we brought you back. Then we will not give them such a cheap victory.
If I don't trip, I probably don't die.
So we gotta prevent you from not tripping ever again. You
Ah.
need to make a visit to Disco to do untripping shoes or something like that.
yeah,
Ooh. Shoes of no trippy.
shoes of no tripping.
Not even the Illuminati can fight against that, I don't think. And she exchanges a glance with Zeke with very confident in what she's saying, as opposed to the other millions of times that she's mentioned them.
Wait. Zeke. Tell them.
Yeah. Tell him what?
Tell them about...
Oh, well, okay. First, we have some group stuff we have to talk about, and then I'll talk about that. The lead up to the important stuff. Okay, so obviously I made a mistake in my decision, and I hope that you all forgive me. And I talked to Farron and I apologized. And I
There's
think,
nothing to apologize about.
well,
There
I
isn't.
think
Yeah,
we
there's
should
nothing.
we should talk about if something bad happens, what we all want.
It seems
Like-
like we get to decide when the spell happens.
But
I got to
f-
decide.
It would also be good to know if we're in a pinch and we have to choose.
So we're not spending diamonds.
Well,
left and
it's not
right?
even about the diamonds. I mean, it's about, if we're thankful that we're safe right now for a few days, but what if we don't have that time? What if we have to make a quick decision. We should know what we want so that we keep our friends safe. Okay, I'll go first. Just to lighten the mood. As long as the Illuminati is around, I probably want to come back. Because the whole point is to take them down.
Okay. Heard.
Yeah, they're bastards. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, heard.
But
I will
if,
do
100%.
if we take care of the Illuminati, then, I'm okay with, whatever's next.
Okay, but that's years. Well, we'll see what happens and
Well,
what
I
order,
have
and-
this little creak in my knee now. It was sitting in crisscross applesauce a lot in the astral plane, and yeah, I think
It's gotten worse. You do
Yeah.
look a little like you've got a couple
A little more
white
distinguished.
hairs. Yeah.
Really?
look at- Yeah.
oh, does it look good?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Also, Elena is 9 inches shorter.
Will that have warned off or something like that?
What? No.
What?
Permanent.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
will
I
also
wasn't
notice that
gonna-
Elena's shorter.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but it looks good on you.
Does
Yeah.
This means that you can wear high heels, and It doesn't matter.
In this weather, in this terrain.
I know. I'm just trying to give you some.
Maybe
something
Disco
for
can
you.
make
appreciate
some
it.
like snowshoes that are high heels.
Ooh, platform snowshoes.
No, aesthetics aside, since we're talking about coming back and everything like that, I would like to add, same with Zeke, added on top that I would like to make sure that Oral and the dragon and Icewind Dale is well taken care of before I go. And if I'm still around after that, let's see what happens. But I would like to make sure that all the loose ends are tied.
Okay. Okay, so we have to get 2 more diamonds. Okay, how many more of us want to come back to life?
I mean, fact being, if I'm down, I'm down. Since
Well,
I'm the one
I
who casts the
technically
spell.
can also cast that spell.
Oh.
I just
Oh. Okay.
I'm not very good with it, so there's a chance it might not happen cuz I've never done it before.
That was my first time too. So,
And yeah.
I think I need to think on it. My initial response is no, don't bring me back.
And Elaine's a little shocked to hear this, but she keeps quiet and just looks back at the stew.
Aaron's gonna scoop like a little piece of meat or something out of the stew and fling it at Zeke's face.
Can I try to catch it?
You're muted.
Make a dex check, Farron. Zeke also make a contested dex check.
Laurel
15.
Laurel like kind of avoids Elena's gaze.
16.
You catch it.
I was supposed to hit your face.
Well, it's in my mouth.
I guess since we're talking about it, and I'm the reason this came up, as long as something's threatening you guys, bring me back. If everything's good, let me go.
By the way,
Paul's turn to call.
Yeah, Carl's
Yeah.
sitting there kind of sitting there. You see him sitting there kind of thinking a little bit, and he basically just tells y'all, he's like, if y'all are in this situation and have the means to give me the choice that Farron was awarded, do so. I still have some things I need to make right before my time is truly done.
You're
Sean,
so young, Call. You're so
how
young.
how serious does Call look right now?
Carl seems I think he's pretty serious for like being young. Like he's like, you see him, he's like kind of like, whoa. Yeah, he's kind of
I'm
like
sure
he's stewing.
He's about to really be stewing because Farron's gonna take his bowl of stew and throw it at him.
What are you doing?
After he throws it, whatever happens with Call catching it or not, I'm not dead anymore. Stop being so sad. It's when we die, we take care of it. I'm not dead anymore. Stop. I'm not. There's no funeral now.
With this moment of levity, the Agents of SHAILD do get a little bit of a chuckle after the moment and continue on the evening. And that's where we're going to wrap for this evening.
Oh.
Wow, y'all.
Oh
that
my
was...
god.
Woo!
That was a
such
roller coaster ride.
hard. Yeah, it's such a, because obviously, like me as a player, obviously I want my character to never die, but my character, especially being a druid and that natural balance stuff, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the morality dance of revivify. Crazy. But now Laurel is always going to have revivify prepared, always and forever.